Many years ago, Shane Isaac created the XYZ social media network. And nobody used it because social media already existed. So Shane said, that's fine, I am going to sell images of the Earth and I'm going to make millions of pounds. And every single person thought, that's dumb, apart from the thousands of people that bought the images from Shane because he told people it's going to be the next virtual existence. It's going to be the Matrix. You know what's weird? When people say, oh, I'm going to make the Matrix, did you not watch The Matrix? Like, The Matrix was the bad thing in the film. When people say, we're making the Oasis from Ready Player One, like, that was the shit thing. That was the thing we wanted to destroy. There are 3 Matrix films explaining why it's a bad idea to do this. The point of Ready Player One was to escape it. Why are you using the bad thing? Guys, we're going to make Tron. Why? Everyone that got sucked into the grid wanted to get out of it. You are the bad guy in like a young adult fantasy novel. That's what it is. Anyway, let's go back to that. Shane Isaac decided to turn the entire world into a grid, so he took a picture of Mapbox of the Earth, and then he put a grid on it and sold tiles. And it was genius, because the guy's made millions of pounds. And recently, Shane has begun to reach the end of his rope with YouTubers critiquing him. I critiqued him because I think it's a terrible idea what he's doing. Not for making money, I think it's a great idea for him to make money. It's a terrible idea for the players because there's never going to be a game that will match up to the expectations. You know what the weird thing was? I'm actually in the Earth 2 Discord and I ask people what the game is going to be. And some people tell me it's going to be a real-time strategy where you can build buildings, and some people say it's going to be a first-person shooter, some people say it's going to be a racing game, some people say it's going to be whatever you want it to be. One of the hallmarks of a scam is no one involved actually knows what is happening. One of the hallmarks of like a weird scheme is you promise everything while at the same time actually promising nothing. Because the idea of just having a massive game that you can build things in already exists. We've got Second Life. We've got Roblox. That just means that the scam is working because everyone involved in it, everyone properly buying into it, will tell people everything that they want to hear while actually telling them absolutely nothing. People will say this is everything you need to hear. And when I said to them, why does it need to be as big as the Earth? Because it's impressive. Well, if your friend's in Australia and you're playing in the UK, do you need to realistically travel to them? Like, do you need to get on a boat or a plane or just walk? Is it going to take, 30 hours on a plane to get to the other player? And some people will say, yeah. And other people will say, no, you can just teleport straight there. If you can teleport straight there, why does it need to be that big? So, the Shadow Cabal. This is what happens. Shane Isaac, the guy that created Earth 2, basically said in a tweet, which he has now deleted, that he believes there is a shadowy cabal of YouTubers. I don't think he used the exact term Shadow Cabal. I think he used the term Cabal and someone else used the term Shadow and we just combined them. Okay, rule 1, never give your opponents a cool nickname. Really bad idea. Never ever give your opponents a cool nickname because we are going to run with it. You've given them one of the greatest assets that anyone can have, a cool nickname. Shane Isaac believes there is a shadowy cabal of YouTubers out to get him. He actually believes that some of us are being paid by some other metaverse projects like Next Earth to discredit his project. And I just want Shane to understand, we think they are all stupid. We think they're all dumb. Like, I'm not being paid by any other metaverse project because I would tell them exactly what we're saying to you. I think it's idiotic. I don't think it's going to work. It's not going to capture the general public, the common person. The average person is not going to get home at the end of their work day, stick on a VR headset and go to virtual work. They're not, it's a play to earn game. Okay, do you know what we call doing something to earn money? That's called work. Oh, but you can earn money in the game. Okay, how much money? Well, not very much. Well, why would I do it then? Is the game fun? No. Why would I play it? Because you can earn money. Yeah, but I'm not earning enough for the fun to be worth it. You've given me gameplay, which is monetized, which isn't fun enough without being monetized. Play to earn is basically a game's way of saying you wouldn't do this if you weren't being paid, but you aren't actually being paid enough to do it as a job. This is dumb. So, the Shadow Cabal. Shane said there was a shadowy cabal of YouTubers out to discredit him. And I need Shane to understand, no, there is a very public group of YouTubers out to critique you. We're not hiding in the shadows because that's not how YouTube works. How rubbish would it be if I put out a video and then just put it on like a random channel somewhere and never talked about it? The point of pulling the strings behind the scenes is to achieve a goal. The point of YouTube is to be seen. What use would a Shadow Cabal have if they're not being seen by YouTube? Like, we all want to be in front of the camera in people's faces. That's how it works. So, Shane said there's a Shadow Cabal of YouTubers, and every YouTuber that heard this thought, I'm going with it. I'm going to run with it. Hera, thank you for the funds to the Cabal. I appreciate that. You know what? Someone said in a comment a while ago, and I completely agree. It's almost like a group of British YouTubers found an instruction manual written by the late great Total Biscuit behind a Tesco in some bins somewhere, and we read it and thought, yeah, we agree with this. Let's keep this legacy going. That's exactly what we did. We've got a huge big book at home written by Total Biscuit, and we all read it every night. That is our gospel, and we go with it, and we try and just advocate for the customer. That's what we do. So I think we should just go with this. You know, this whole Shadow Cabal thing, I think we should just run with. Make it stupid. Have it shared between every single YouTuber that wants to be involved. Make it like the world's worst secret society. Like, it's a secret society that everyone knows. If you want to be a YouTuber in the Shadow Cabal, you're in. Straight away. You're just in. People are like, what does it do? Not much, really. Apparently we just hate metaverses. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the one thing you have to have in common. Just dislike metaverses in general. Just dislike any developer that any developer that doesn't respect the player. Can you join if you're not a YouTuber? Yeah, sure, why not? People are thinking, ooh, Josh, do you make the Cabal rules? No, but then again, there's no one that disproves them, so whatever rule you want to put in is both in and not in at exactly the same time. This is what you know what? Everyone with crypto and NFTs are always like, we need it decentralized. Decentralized. Fuck it, the Shadow Cabal is decentralized. There is absolutely no authority that you can go to either determine whether something is or isn't in the Shadow Cabal. People are like, well, what happens if we have an issue? Tough. No one cares. Which means you both do and don't have an issue at the same time. Everyone's in charge. No one's in charge. Everyone's in. No one's in. It doesn't even exist, but it does exist. That's what it is. That's why it's a shadow. It's a decentralized system of Cabal-ship. It's so decentralized it doesn't even exist. Fantastic. I like this. Yes, is the Shadow Cabal a DAO? It's everything you want it to be. It is. It's the anti-metaverse anonymous. At this point, what a dumb thing to have. Do we get discounts on invisibility cloaks? You've actually all already been sent the invisibility cloak and they were left just outside your front door. The problem we then realised with this is that none of you would see them. So they are there. Just walk around your front garden kind of scraping your hand along the ground in front of you until you feel that you've kind of grabbed a big bunch of cloth, and then you realise that you've got it. I just moved house. That's fine. We sent one to the house you moved to as well. We actually just gave one to every house. This is why. Have you ever randomly tripped over? This is lore. Okay, this is Josh Strife Hayes Shadow Cabal lore history right here. Have you ever just been walking down the street and randomly tripped over? You want to know why? You got your feet tangled in someone else's invisibility cloak that they dropped. See? This is why you come to the live streams and not the clip channel. I guarantee that's going to be on the clip channel, but you guys, all 1,500 of you, know this before anyone else.